Why Labour, Greens and Te Pāti Māori are a catastrophe for New Zealand. Here's why the current ideologically driven opposition parties of Labour, Greens and Te Pāti Māori are a catastrophe for the country and nearly all New Zealanders. While a strong opposition is vital to any healthy democracy, the current opposition alliance of Labour, Greens and Te Pāti Māori have clearly demonstrated that if returned to power, they would be detrimental to New Zealand's social cohesion, economy and long-term stability. Their track records and current positions depend on woke ideology, risky economic policies, and an increasing tendency towards division rather than unity. The Ardern-Hipkins Labour Party's recent history of economic management inflicted serious damage on nearly all Kiwis. After years in government, they oversaw considerable increases in government spending, with appalling results. Public debt ballooned, while outcomes in key areas such as health, education and infrastructure all failed to meet expectations. Despite massive injections of taxpayer money, key issues like hospital wait times, housing shortages and education standards either stagnated or worsened. Their approach seemed to focus more on spending for political optics rather than careful planning with measurable outcomes, leaving the next government to clean up an absurd fiscal mess. The Green Party's policies lean heavily towards extreme environmental and social ideology, without any consideration for economic reality or practical feasibility. While environmental stewardship is undeniably important, the Greens' approach prioritises rapid and expensive interventions that undermine New Zealand's agricultural base, business confidence and energy security. I'm sorry, but the Greens' approach is low IQ kid stuff. The Green Party's over-regulation, punitive taxes and unrealistic timelines for climate targets threatens key industries that New Zealand relies on for exports and employment. The Greens' policies totally ignore the need for balance between environmental protection and economic sustainability, and such extremes would hurt ordinary New Zealanders through higher costs and job losses. Te Pāti Māori, while alluding to represent voices within the Māori community, increasingly focus on policies that divide the country along racial lines. Their advocacy for constitutional changes like co-governance structures and separate legal systems only foster resentment and undermine the principle of equal treatment under the law. While acknowledging historical grievances and lifting Māori outcomes is essential, policies that elevate division run counter to national unity. Te Pāti Māori's approaches deepen social divides rather than foster cross-cultural harmony and understanding. In combination, these three opposition parties promote a policy direction that leans heavily on idealism over pragmatism. Labour favours big, expensive government intervention. The Greens push ideological environmentalism and wealth redistribution without regard for cost. And Te Pāti Māori push race-based identity frameworks that promote racist division. Together, this mix would create a volatile environment for businesses, discourage foreign investment and drive skilled workers offshore. Moreover, their policy overlap on wealth taxes, high spending and regulation-heavy frameworks risk stifling entrepreneurship and innovation. At a time when New Zealand needs to be competitive on the world stage, the opposition bloc's naive focus on wealth redistribution rather than growth would shrink the economic pie for everyone. In short, their collective alliance risks weakening New Zealand's economy, fracturing its social fabric and burdening future generations with unsustainable policies. New Zealanders deserve thoughtful, balanced governance, not ideological extremes. For New Zealand to have a chance of success going forward, the country must rid itself of the current form of woke opposition parties for good. Thank you for listening. WhangāreiTim.